Oh my god, is it ever warm? I'm not even out there before I see the day. Not even once. I was out in the morning. Anyway, wow. I'm really 30 this year. That's not a white lie. Guess I should change the title after. I don't feel like telling a white lie after all. Well, I was gonna say like I'm like 50 fucking years old. I remember when my mom was in her 30s. She was like 36, 37. And when the doctor said how I'd feel at my age, because they try to help you, and then if you want to actually know how you're going to feel for the age that you are, you have to go to school for it after a while. Like your pediatrician, maternity, birthing fucking doctor that birthed you will tell you all this shit. Anyway, I remember I was really little and I asked how my mom would feel at a certain age. And my mom was literally having a hard time. She was like feeling bougie every morning before all of his kids woke up. She was up really early and everything bothered her. Like the thought of ghosts would send shivers down her spine. And I have that too. I'm like bougie and moujie. Yeah, both. It's a lot of feelings. It's a lot of discomfort. Well, anyway, I was like, Mom, you feel like everything's bothering you because everything wants to bother you at 30. And she's like, oh, you can't explain why. I said, after childbirth, the vein in your spine goes closer to the outside of the spine than in dead center. It leaves for all these reactions with the nerves. She's thinking, oh, at least it goes away. I was like, yeah. I just woke up and said it to her. So I heard her murmuring, why does everything bother me at this age? Why are you 30, Mom? It just had been going on for so long. Finally, she talked to us about it as we're waking up. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? There's three things amazingly that you feel at 30. I think I felt the first one first. Like your peers that don't appear are like an enemy. How is that even fucking possible? There's so many plausibilities and possibilities. There's other things, or that maybe you already explained why you weren't true friends. Courtney Olson is my true fucking friend. Yeah. And the thing about people asking me out over and over again, Cody does, but he's a little person. Like, it's an exemption in my heart. Always stays away from people that don't think that little people have little people things. It's his way of asking for a compliment without insulting himself and offending himself and stuttering over his words. Like he has a stutter and a slur and all this stuff as well. So he's different. I love him. I hope that if you're different and people think that you should just be normal, that you have somebody that fucking loves you. I'm not normal because I'm so smart. And I'm not saying that in like the arrogant scale. No, I'm saying like I have a lot more like temperamental aggression, and I'm often miserable. Like every fucking age, I'm miserable. Every year goes around, it's fucking miserable again. Today, I'm having a hard time with my blood sugars, but you know, I forget what I was saying. I know, like but at least I'm happy usually. Today, I'm just like in heaven with my angel wings, but I ain't got no like a company, and that doesn't. It must be nice to feel alone, honestly. Okay, it's a nice day to be alone. Like some days I'm still being freaking kind of almost Tourette's-y with Aaron, and like I'm impatient, I guess. Impatient and psychotic at the world, kind of thing. Yeah, I don't fucking care about anything I said. It's probably why I said it. Like, dishwashers change an aspect of things, but I'd be mad if somebody broke the fucking dishwasher. Yes, I would. I would. It would just lead to that. It's just like you have a dishwasher and you don't even know how to fill it when you just wash your dishes by hand. It would have been that. It would have been that, but it's not normally that. I'd be like, well, it's not going to be beneficial, like, to even rent out a place with a dishwasher because it would be a bit more expensive. If you're just going to constantly throw a whole fucking cake in there like a magic commercial. I can't even turn on my mom's dishwasher. I don't get it. It doesn't ever work. She tells me it's like paused. She doesn't know how to teach either, though. I don't hate anyone. But I'm not looking for attention. I don't want any more kids. I was feeling like a lot of woo, 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 wooing. Like, not the right kind of wooing. I'd have another baby if Justin Trudeau gave me a chance. Like, I knew him, right? And that'd be so stupid. It's like my suicidal tendencies because just tendencies. Because my husband is dead. I had a baby. It didn't go so well for me, but it went okay, pretty well for her. It's been a long haul being sick. I just don't think it'd be very smart to have another one. It doesn't matter. You know, I started to hurt my feelings. I don't find even a fucking lay till I'm 40. Like, I think people that act like that it matters, fake it a lot, hurt a lot of feelings. Don't you think? Never did it before. Why now? Well, I can't say I didn't ever. Wow, my eyes are just awesome, eh? Fascinating. Glamorous. So glamorous. Not glamorous. No. Glamorous is how you make yourself up to be with makeup, I think. Is that true? Yeah, glamorous isn't like something you would label your natural raw self. Mm. I hate stuff about World War II. I'm sick of it. Well, I always like what happened in between World War One and World War II. And the reason why all the books are flying out to be bought, not necessarily sold, World War II is because we're still living it. Which is prettier? Well, just keep your family alive, and then after the fucking World War II and is all said and done, then maybe you'll actually be happy enough to be pretty and notice it too. That's why all the countries are backing us defending Germany against Russia. No, we weren't backing Germany before, but we kind of are, just not as much as you think. Don't worry, it's not that big of a thing to figure out. Um, it's What the Night Sings is a real book about World War II and Hitler Germany. It was just there's a big virus, just like COVID, which isn't true. There wasn't people getting killed. Sorry that I tell stories like that. So I have to sit and watch horror movies. It can't be one. There's a scream. There's a horror in my mind. I want to, yeah, I want to be weird. What? But anyway. I think you have a misunderstanding because I don't even know why you would say that. As being beautiful. As you're some kind of emotional dirtbag. Maybe you should just blow yourself up. I don't know what fucking language that is. Netherlands? I'm gonna do your mom. That's kind of rude to say. What does that mean again? I haven't seen this language since we studied it in like grade 12. I don't know what it's called. It's a Netherlands something, I think. Looks familiar. Sorry, I don't mean to offend you by any means. Not by any means, no. Yeah. Well, I want to be happy today, but I seem to be in joy. Like, joy. Like, I don't have like these bars that are like subsequently keeping me knowing that, hey, bitch, you're not suicidal, you're happy. I'm just out there, I'm dealing with it, I'm reaching new healing levels. Like, I'm getting better, honestly. And like, Joey, I would never insult you if I didn't feel insulted. Sometimes I do that because I don't even speak what you speak. No, that's one thing about us. We were like really amazing, but I got surgery like hardcore. Words are so good together too. Like a friendship. Oh, you're just agreeing with me on something. Probably that's World War II, right? Still. Concur. It's concur. I concur. Ah, yes. I love when I can learn something new or refresh and something I learned a long time ago. Justin is really dreamy though, isn't he? And like we are like history buffs, right? Like we got someone's history buff. Oh, I was just dreaming about him, honestly. I was. That's the first time. That was okay to have a baby. And I was like, why am I doing that? That's so stupid. I don't know, but love heals faster too. I was just dreaming about him. He wasn't dreaming about me per se though. So still, but I'm getting bigger. Do the shelf. Organize all the most loved things that we share in a shelf. Let's do that. Let's get exercise with anyone. Just keeping your mind if it's a friendship or sometimes you don't even have to. Sometimes when you organize your shelf, it tells you what it was worth anyway. Right? Yeah. When all these guys asked me out in high school and they were friends, and they just wanted to like. Honestly, my first reaction was, no, sorry. You all asked me at once. It's too much pressure. I said, um, like I hope you have a good rest of your week. And then it was cute though. Like I was dying for it at the same time. I didn't want to be a player. I didn't want to mess with people's feelings. I didn't want to like gloat and bloat myself to have these expectations that life is always going to be that good for me. That all these boys are always going to ask me out, and nicely too. And then my second reaction when all the girls started asking me what happened, what I thought, and what they should say to those boys about it. I was like, tell him that I honestly like somebody, and he was like not even remotely even appreciative of me being like, hey, we should go on a date sometime. No, like honestly, he felt he was too old for me. He was 5 years older, but anyway, like who? I was like Drew Barn. They're like, I don't know who that is. I was like, his dad's a cop. I don't know. Too much baggage on his plate. He said it was because he was 5 years older. Nah. I just thought hanging out together when he was hanging out with my brothers was fun. They're like, oh, you were too innocent, I think. I was like, no. What are you gonna do? I was young when I asked. Shouldn't be really dating at that age. Yeah, that too. Aw, Abby lost somebody. And then the little one always asks me out every time he sees me, which isn't very often. Because he wants to compliment me, wants me to like explain to him the good, you know. Not really want to, like, not really because you're a little person, but really because you're a little person, but because I want to be alone most of the time. Like it's hard. I mean, one good person doesn't mean the whole world is now covered in freaking diamonds and roses. One good person for me. And yeah. I think all my friends are really dreamy and all very unique. Oh, Atlanta. More foods. More food. Well, next time I go to the psychiatrist, who's like counselor, psychologist, employment standards boss, I'm just gonna say, yeah, like, can I apply at the YAP Learning Center to be something, not a custodian? I have some ideas. I can get patterns. I can do this. I can do that. I can get good stuff for music, maybe. That one's a bit harder to say if I'm going to find any good music sheets or anything. Every guitar is different. Like, you know, if you have a cover, and sometimes you're just like, sometimes you're playing it exactly, it doesn't sound right. It's because you kind of got to slip down or maybe go way down to the end and up, and then it depends. Like, I've never spent that much money on a guitar either. I'm sure, like, newer, fancier, heavier instruments, like heavier weight, it's about the same as what they say, but you just gotta play by ear, I think. And if you're deaf, I don't know what to tell you. Unless I find music sheets. Or sometimes you gotta like not even be on the same two strings. Rarely, but some, yeah. I know, I'm such a fucking mess. Yeah, trying to sew, you got like a toque and you have a fabric toque and say it's cotton fabric. You have the lining of the toque, right? But it's the way you sew it, and it makes it like it makes it sit, and it seems smaller on the inside than the outside. Depending on the toque. Toques I mean, like a traditional native toque, they like sew and then they zigzag, I think, and then they sew down and then around, something like that. Believe me, once I stop actually saying ridiculously horrific shit, I won't have anxiety. I don't have anxiety really, but like I won't even care anymore. I'm like, New Day! New Day will be there as a star. But feeling edgy, like I want to sleep, but how am I supposed to sleep? So silly now. How am I supposed to sleep? I can listen to music. Why would I have no feelings? See, it's never gonna stop. I think there is mice underneath the snow, though. Logically, I think so. Maybe not spray like weed eater on the weedy lawn. There's probably is mice under this lawn. They'll probably have fun with that seed that I threw. I'm loving it. A lot of it's about drugs or like being a flingy, like a sexual person. I don't know. It's not anymore. I'm tired. I'm not even learning one fucking song. Oh yeah, right. I'm listening to everything it comes on just by random. I'm I'll learn. I'll learn. Probably. I want to play with witchcraft. Can you tell? What did the teacher say about girls with whispers in their ear? Witchcraft, witches, witches, witches. Yeah, indubitably. I don't have any witchcraft stuff. I have colored candles. That's innocent witchcraft. Lord have mercy. Make a prayer for the present and the future Ember. Holding on with everything I've got. I bestowed these candles of mine that I had purchased. In my mind, I hold the sanctuary of the past, the present, very well little of the future, but a bit of a future. As I light these up, I bundle them beside each other in the hopes that the future is told, not written this time. Behold, and my be written.